Hello everyone, the Army of Otters here, and welcome back to the Unexplored Capital Wasteland. Today we're going to be checking out the Roach King's Throne. This is a location northeast of the minefield, and I found this location while researching about the minefield. This is a location I knew nothing about. I had no prior knowledge. I just saw it on the wiki, and I was like, wow. And I went here, and now it's one of my favorite locations in Fallout, so let's check it out. As you can see here on the Pip-Boy, this is an unmarked location just northeast of the minefield, west of the Temple of the Union. Now, I really like this area of the map because it's pretty barren, pretty remote. Now, north of the Roach King's Throne, we can find a random encounter location for B scenarios. Here I encountered Sam Warrick, who is actually a raider within Fallout 3, a named raider, and he was hunting a wastelander for whatever reason. And upon further research, I learned that not much is really known about Sam, but he is a raider, and apparently he is from Evergreen Mills, according to the Fallout 3 official game guide. However, his motives are not really clear within the game itself, so we only have an external material to rely on. But I thought it was a pretty cool random encounter and a pretty cool NPC. And then out in this location, if you're just wandering around, you're going to notice a red rocket playground set surrounded by rad roaches and then a wooden chair in front of it. It's a pretty wild scene to be in the middle of frickin' nowhere. But here we are, and upon approaching this location, you will be attacked by rad roaches and the Rad Roach King. Now, as I approached, I actually forgot to equip my power armor, and then using the shotgun, I actually shot his weapon out of his hands, and then he panicked and ran away to try and catch his weapon. But, obviously, I was able to kill him before that. I got very lucky because he is equipped with a minigun, which I was actually pretty surprised that he had a minigun on him. So, this is just a really wild location. Rad roaches are, of course, probably the easiest enemy within Fallout 3, although they are pretty scary, if I do say so myself. Then the Rad Roach King is actually pretty tough. Upon approaching the throne, we can find some metal boxes, but there's nothing in them. Within the Red Rocket Playground set itself, we can find a mini nuke along with some dirty water. Now, I don't know why the Rad Roaches accept this man as their king, but I like it a lot. I tried to sit down on the throne, but these rad scorpions weren't having any of it. They said, "You are not the king," so I had to kill the rad scorpions, and then I returned the proper king to his place. But as I said, you can find a mini nuke here, which is really good, but besides that, there's not a whole lot of loot here. There is an ammunition crate next to the throne that has some good ammunition in it, the 5mm rounds, for the minigun. But besides that, not a whole lot here, but it does provide a pretty cool location. I think this is a very amazing throne. And as I mentioned, I decided to bring back the Rad Roach King and to put his body on the throne itself. And then further east, after completing the Waters of Life quest, there will be an Enclave Outpost on top of this rocky hillside. And this is actually a pretty good area because enemies cannot attack you on this hillside, as you will see in a little bit. There is an Enclave officer stationed here, but he was pretty darn easy to kill since he doesn't have power armor on. And there is some pretty decent loot around this area, specifically microfusion and then energy cells, so really good for energy weapons. Then, as I said, enemies cannot touch you here, and there were actually 2 Yao Guai that this officer was fighting, but the Yao Guai cannot reach this location, and the officer wouldn't leave this location, kind of leaving the battle in a stalemate. Now, something I found really interesting is these Yao Guai started hiding in a bush. Now, of course, the bush does not deflect or defend against bullets, but I thought it was really interesting that the AI would try to hide itself within a bush, trying to camouflage itself, and then eventually I came out and I killed the Yao Guai. There were 2 of them. I sniped one and then used my laser rifle on the other. And there you have it, the Roach King's Throne. This is just an amazing location in Fallout 3 and all of Fallout. It's random, it's chaotic, and it's funny. It's everything that Fallout is in one location. And you have a mini nuke here for whatever reason. I just love it. Now, I wanted to also add that this is a playground set. As I said before, it's a Red Rocket playground set with a wooden chair in front of it, some plastic mats surrounding the area, and then a clock above the chair. But I do have to say, I think it creates a pretty majestic throne. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Unexplored Capital Wasteland. If you have any recommendations for the next video, please drop them in the comment section below. And, as always, until next time.